And we're back. And
Down with Trillo.
which one did we say we wanted to check?
That one. Because,
Yeah.
why would he say good evening? He hates the guy.
Yeah. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning, you say good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious I'd say good night to someone at night. What bet? You got something to add? Let me guess, that's not it, Trillo. You said good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trillo.
Mr. Quest, I preferred you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. Gotta be something wrong with this piece of testimony.
Ben's half
What were
that.
you saying? No, what were you saying earlier? Something about him saying something nice to the person he hates?
Mm-hmm.
Saying an evening greeting and all is probably a little wrong. Isn't it a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial with your fellow co-workers? Well, seeing as that co-worker attacked him...
Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. But that hurt!
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping. Proof is everything in the world, and you should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason Trillo would say something that nice to Max. But how would I go about proving that with evidence?
Bluff. Bluff. Bluff.
Guess I give it a shot.
Bluff. Witness will resume his testimony.
Witness will resume his testimony.
Oh shit, 2 judges.
Obviously, you now know my identity, for we are Israfel. You'll have to defeat us in a dance-off.
Ah, shit. It's a good thing I just played Dance Dance Mario Mix.
But you need a partner.
Damn it.
You will have to choose Deadlock for this, and if you don't dance correctly in your giant robots, I will just kill everyone.
Deadlock has no sense of rhythm. It's over.
You're doomed. Fun fact, that's an episode of Evangelion I just made. I'm just referencing straight up, basically.
Anyway.
But anyway, I say maybe like the 3 ridiculous symbols thing.
Yeah, where is that one?
Right here.
Yeah, I think that one.
Ouch.
I really want to know about this. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now?
Once.
If you're gonna ask again, answer it with a chorus. Everyone together now. Selkat.
Cloak, white roses.
Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
Sorry, Nick. This is like the one thing about him that I like. Has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. All we can do is try, right, Nick? Gotta have something that'll prove useful.
Wait, I know what we can present to stop this.
What?
Go back to the one where you said good evening. The fucking bottle.
Yeah,
You know, the bottle that Max cracked over his skull.
I knew we needed this, I just didn't know where.
I mean,
Hold on,
yeah.
hold on, I just want to... Okay.
Yeah, definitely That, yeah. Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
Fight.
A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What?
Yeah, I mean, you're still...
Yeah, that actually hurts, by the way.
Yeah, Max, we can get you off the murder charges, but we're not getting you off the assault and battery charges.
Yeah.
Luckily, puppets don't have rights.
No,
but the problem is, it wasn't... The thing is, it wasn't Trillo that got clonked. It was Ben.
Yeah. That mission of assault and battery? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To be fair, we have some assault and battery happening here constantly, so...
But to be fair, a broken bottle, or rather a mostly empty bottle, which I think that one was, is much less painful to get cracked over the head with than a full bottle.
I mean,
no shit, it's a lot heavier when it's full.
It also doesn't break when it's full.
It's probably also got, you know, glass. So that's gotta cut you up.
But the fact that he didn't have any cuts means that
it means that it's a cartoon. Anyway.
I'm sorry, I was distracted with something else. Truth is, on the day of the crime, the defendant and a witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just go up and say, "Good evening," to his rival.
I hate that use of the word lewd.
He's been this entire time.
This is trying to frame the defendant by claiming that it's semen with crime.
I did a single lie. Honestly,
That's quite enough from you, Mr. Quist, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Killed him. Let's clarify the testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness saw that night?
He didn't see anyone. He saw the defendant. He saw a different person. We don't want to say. We don't want to say he saw the defendant.
I have a theory, guys. Okay.
Okay.
I have my own theory as well.
He saw the victim who had borrowed the stuff because it was cold as hell outside.
Yeah.
You're saying he saw a different person.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like we have like another Steel Samurai situation going on here. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
A pretty believable theory if you've seen any of our previous cases, actually.
The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it.
Wait, that would imply he knows who it is.
Yeah.
Well, whoever it was that passed by.
Well, yeah, exactly. What in the world?
Will the defense kindly explain who was Trillo saw that evening? It was
the Ringmaster.
Detective Gumshoe.
It was Maya.
Maya committed the murder.
What are you you doing there that late at night?
Okay, that leaves two
I was
realistically.
stalking Maximilian.
That leaves realistically two believable answers. Either Mo.
Well, no. Here's the thing. He knows he left. We know that he was already at the lodging house before this one passed by, so it couldn't be Mo.
So the only person that makes sense is Russell, but Russell was supposedly not moved until after the fact.
Yes, but we know he got to the lodging at some point, even after Max is in his discussion. Regina was still at the tent. Mo was at the lodgings. That leaves only the ringmaster.
Yeah, it's the ringmaster. Like my theory said.
Yeah, again, Steel Samurai. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. Oh my god,
Judge, we're putting you away.
No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Way to...
Which actually also does rule out her.
Way to really take the steam out of this.
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster. Was it not? That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Is that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quest.
If you don't, we're putting you into a wood chipper. Actually, we're going to do that anyway. Order, order. How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area leaving the plaza. Problem is identifying who exactly that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that the defendant witnessed saw that night.
She acts as if no one else could wear those clothes.
Yeah.
Like, one's a hat.
Clearly stated that you saw defendant's 3 symbols.
Oh my god, are we really
Phoenix.
doing this again? Alright. This is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now.
Oh, nope.
Yes, yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and the white roses.
Anyone could wear that. They'd even look good on me.
Alright, let's not get over our heads here, Phoenix.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What? Miss Von Carbo. You have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant. If that's the case, then it's impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
We definitely want to point to this one, but we're not out of the woods yet.
That is very unfortunate. You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right?
And what do you mean by that?
I merely established one thing from this witness. You'll establish that the witness saw one person leave the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Ah, shit.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
clown.
Bring
It's
out the
monkey.
clown.
Finally, I get to have some talking points.
It's a monkey!
There's the evidence will clearly establish one thing. No one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Alright, get out of here, you son of a bitch. 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Well, we're making progress, but we're at a 15-minute mark, so we're not stopping here.
These do not line up properly at all.
No, but I mean, we're going blind here, mostly.
Yeah, I don't think we were ever going to line it up.
Yeah, like, the only way to do that would be as if I looked ahead, but then it takes out some of the fun for me, because I remember, like, the answers, I don't remember the questions. Like, but by that I mean, like, the end result of the case. Anyway. December 29th.
You remember the end point, not the journey.
Yeah, exactly. Especially for this game. Out of the first trilogy, this is the one I'm the least familiar with, so... Anyway, December 29th, 11:54 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5.
Sweetie. You have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
Where were you when the murder took place, huh? Is there a knife?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room.
And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right?
Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
I bet you, if it was the ringmaster in the clothes, whoever murdered the ringmaster was meaning to murder Max.
Probably.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
What does that mean?
It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Mac.
Fabulous. It's just fabulously possible. How you'd notice if he took them, though.
Well, it depends on where he put him. Because if he's sitting and not facing the door as he left the room.
But the thing is, though, the shot that we saw, he definitely had the meat angle to see him, especially if he took his cloak with him.
Well, in that shot, he was also looking at the papers, so he could have been distracted.
Yeah, but then the moment he goes up to get up to leave, he noticed they're gone.
Max isn't the brightest.
Clearly.
Well done, Nick.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange?
Hmm.
If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go?
Double.
Max, I'm actually impressed with you. You might be able to find a JoJo stand.
Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president?
Those are two radically different things, Max. I don't know about that one.
But both of the butt of jokes.
Not wrong there, Max. Society.
Society. God damn it.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me that wasn't the perfect time to say that.
It was, but shut the fuck up. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
Society again. That was really cool.
Fabulous. This, okay. This mystery just keeps getting deeper.
So, we need to know where the cloak went to, because that'll likely tell us.
Cloak and roses we should be mentioning.
Well, it's more of the cloak and dagger in this case.
Well, it wouldn't be a dagger because it was a plug.
I know, it was a blunt object, but it was, you know, come on.
Yeah, we still have no idea what the weapon was.
Yeah, some sort of blunt
Obviously,
object.
it was a blackjack.
It's not blunt.
Yes, they are.
But
Are we
You're
talking
not
about the
thinking of
card
the
or
right
something
one.
else?
No, the blackjack weapon. It's also known as a sap.
yeah, no, I don't know. I've never heard of that before.
It's basically like a small concealed club.
Alright then, there you go.
It's a sap refers to a group of weapons that are short, concealable, and weighted, usually filled with lead powder, molten clay, or lead.
Don't
It's
act as...
basically almost like a baton or something.
Not exactly.
But like, kind of.
I'm putting it into text on voice right now for you.
I was
This
literally
is
just...
an example of what one is.
I was literally just Googling it. Okay, yeah, that
It's
is...
basically like a heavy
Examples.
leather pouch.
That is interesting.
These were classically used for, sneak up behind someone and smacking them upside the head, because a knife is easy to notice. This is just a leather sack that's heavy.
Anyway,
Or like a leather
read.
pouch. What if I don't want now? Now everyone is back. Let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Carlo, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand?
For once, a relatively normal name.
Didn't he say his name was Mo?
Oh, that's probably a stage name. Who ever heard
Doesn't
of
he
a
look
sad
sad?
clown? Witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. He said some stuff about Clownpedia and I didn't get the chance to read it. Will the witness please inform the court of why he's speaking in autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. Wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? The Grand Hall Justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? Sign says no shirt, no shoes, no service. I forgot I gave him the Mandark laugh. Okay. You ever met a proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts? How's that one? Classic, forgot it from The Simpsons. Put a couple clowns around it. So when he gets hit, he recites autobiographical clown knowledge. Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed to see him around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct? Yes. Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls, will you please testify what you saw that evening? A rabbi? Oh, a rabbi. Jesus Christ. Oh, poor Mo. Can't be a normal stoogey self in court. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. No one ever laughs at my jokes. I've never taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. It's almost useless. Or, I guess I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Wait,
Aren't we
uh,
the ones supposed to be asking the questions here?
witness? Oh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings over. We will find you a nice therapist and make sure you are set. Thus, please stick with the facts of this case. She's being really kind here. I think everyone feels so
Strangely
bad.
so.
I think everyone just feels bad for him. Really? You'll hear me out? I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. It's gonna be Gumshoe.
Almost 100%.
Thank you, I can't wait.
Yep. For once, even Phoenix is on the pickup.
Well, I feel like at least Gumshoe would get along with him, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's like, for once, Phoenix is on the up and up. Oh boy.
Yeah. And so, shall we once again begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
That was kind of a funny, like, testimony fake out.
It was a nice bit, yeah. The night of the murder, after the practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max. He was wearing his cloak. Kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked ringmaster over the head. Very interesting. The witness account is to be believed. We've enough to pass judgment right now.
Except we know witness testimony is very valuable.
Of course you can. There's no way this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter? Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha ha. That must be because of my insincere smile. I am super depressed. Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. I don't like clowns.
So he just admitted to committing perjury.
Nick, I'm tired of these clown folk. I want to go home.
I know.
Mr. Wright? Oh, whoa, the clown voice is becoming infectious. I'm afraid if you bring... What does that mean? If you push the witness too far, you bring disaster upon the court. What does that mean? So I sincerely hope you're not going to engage spoiler saber rattling.
Are we gonna be punished for pressing?
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not one for the corny jokes.
Okay, we'll deal with this next time. So see you later.
Cliffhanger.